In 2008, when I won the election, my opponent's father said on the front page of the newspaper, well, she wouldn't have won if we hadn't gotten run over by the Obama train. Front page newspaper. So it wasn't about my experience, my credentials, the time and effort that I put into being an attorney, the skill in which I bring to the table. It came back to this hidden thing that we're not talking about until 2020. It's on the front page again.
So now, 2020, you are pursuing a seat on the bench again. Tell me why.
I believe our bench needs to reflect the community in which it serves. That it means diversity. Right now, we have one African American male presiding out of all the judges. And I can tell you, being on the other side of the bench again, people want to be heard. But not only that, I want to get back to being an effective change agent for our community. When you're voting for anybody with the power of the pen, it's an understanding that your decision, your judgment, not only affects the moment of that case, but generations to come. And as a former district court and superior court judge, it's heartbreaking to see kids who once came before you and now their children are coming through the court system. Somehow the system failed, and that includes the courthouse, the court system. And so I'm pursuing a legal career on one side, but I'm also asking God to help me fulfill the plans and the purpose, the promises that He has given to me.
So now 2020 has revealed things that perhaps most of America had sought to pretend were no longer in existence. So 2020 is a little bit different from 2008.
Yes.
When you first started.
Yes. Well, not really. Let me tell you, because in 2008, when I won the election, my opponent's father said on the front page of the newspaper, well, she wouldn't have won if we hadn't gotten run over by the Obama train. Front page newspaper. So it wasn't about my experience, my credentials, the time and effort that I put into being an attorney, the skill in which I bring to the table. It came back to this hidden thing that we're not talking about until 2020. It's on the front page again. And so it's just a different level, a different vibe about it, but it's always been there. Mm. I don't think the country or the community has been hiding it. It's been a low current, if you will. And with all of the access to social media, being right there on your camera and videoing, it's in our faces, but it's always been there. My concern is, can we heal from this as a people? Not, political sides or positions, but can we heal from this as a people, recognizing that we're all God's creatures? And if we're going to cut the food like this here, how in the world are we going to expect to get into the kingdom? And so I don't take the stance of one side versus the other. There's a story, always three sides to every story. My concern is anybody listening? Is everybody talking?
Okay. So you will be in this district or in this county, Person County, where you have also opened up a law office. Mm-hmm. In 2018, you opened this office. So what do you desire for Person County, both as in the position of judge, but also as someone whose interests are now intertwined with Person County's interests and needs?
I think it's important not just for Person County, but for the entire district to come together, as I just said, and recognize, okay, we have issues. Does that mean that we can't work together? Does that mean that we, because I'm so over here and you're over here, at some point, people are missing the point? For example, while we're expressing our positions, our clear-cut positions, what about the people in the middle, the homeless? What are we doing for that issue? What about the people who can't get another stimulus check? What are we doing for those people? What about the kids whose parents have to work, like my mom being a single mom? who have to work, but yet we're on virtual school. Who's home? Does that parent have to come off their job? Or what about the 2 income households? And one person now has to stay home and make sure the kids are on the internet doing classes. While we are at our polar ends, there's a whole community that desire us to come together. So that's my hope, that we come together as one.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say that I may not have asked?
I appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself to some of those who may not know that I've been here. I appreciate the opportunity to express my love for this community, my commitment to this community. I didn't just come to open up a law firm. I'm telling you, the opportunities that God has allowed me to help people since I've been here has been a blessing to me, and I hope it's been a blessing to the community. And I'm here for you if you need me.